Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
Jay,
Come in.
what are you doing?
Brushing my teeth. Plaque kills, homie.
I can see that, and I agree, but did you sleep here last night?
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, Kanye is sleeping at Mercedes-Benz Stadium until he finishes Donda. I'm not leaving this room until LAFC wins the next game. Look, bro, Jesus and Jesus both sacrificed their souls for their passion. How could Uncle Jay do less for the black and gold?
So you're telling me by taking a page out of a rapper's book that always promises things and then disappoints his fans that you're somehow gonna help LAFC?
Yes, Vince.
Okay, at this point I'm willing to try anything. What about your family?
You think they noticed? I haven't been around the last few days. Ah!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 110 Football Show, brought to you in partnership with Adidas. I'm Vince LaRosa, and with me this week as we prepare to take on Atlanta United's Jessica Black. Jessica, how do you feel after last week?
Confused.
Confused? Why?
Scared, anxious.
I did not expect you to say any of these things.
For the last 4 weeks I've been here, we've been trying to decipher and kind of figure out what's going on. We had different theories about what was going on, but now I just feel like we're just not good. We're just not good.
Yeah, you really put a fine point on there. But we're gonna take people through it. We're gonna figure out some ways that we could maybe get better, right?
Yeah, I've been on the show enough to know that, we can't just turn the page right away. Sometimes it's painful, but it's necessary. We're gonna take a look back at what happened last week.
All right, let's see if watching it a second time it's any different.
I don't think so.
Look at those guys being friendly.
Think
Hey,
this
where'd
is
you get
about
that
the
cardigan?
sweater? Yeah.
Yeah, Banana Republic. Thank you. Is this a foul?
No, it's not a foul.
But was it a bad decision?
Yeah, I think so, but it's definitely not a yellow card.
No, never a yellow card for me, especially early in the game. But at the front post, you got to be stronger. And then Thomas Romero has been sketchy.
He really has been.
And then don't
What's happening
head the
here?
ball back to your own goal in that position ever. And then.
But look at the lazy defending. I mean, nobody really looked like they were actually hustling back. It was just like a thought.
Yeah,
not
if you
a
get
commitment.
outrun by Chofis, you're not hustling.
Exactly. Don't we want to see more of this?
I do want to see more of this from Chicho because I think he has a real quality, and everyone thought he was going to be just a number 9 that bangs in the goals, but he playmaked a little bit, maybe just a little nervous in that first game.
Yeah, for sure.
Vela has tough games, but he can still do this, and that looked like a sick goal from Tristan.
But it wasn't Tristan's goal, was
No,
it?
sick goal by Jackson Ewell.
Nice. We'll take it.
Tifo, Latif,
Nice
game
dribbling
changer,
skills.
game changer, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, he tried, but I don't think he's usually used to being up there.
But where's the number 1 place you're told to shoot?
Far post.
Far post. Shoot far post. Don't try to make it look good.
Look, Vince, we're on the first page.
We are still on the first page of the standings, which means we're still in the playoffs. That goal differential is plummeting quickly.
It really is.
And then on the second page, everyone is that much closer, too close for comfort for me.
Very much so, but hopefully we could just make up that gap again, get some more space in between us and the next team and move forward. We just have to just hope, keep hope alive.
Yeah, it's interesting that one good month is what gave us this bit of padding. So maybe we can just do that again, a couple good games, and you're right back to where you want to be.
Exactly.
Not gonna lie, watching it again didn't make me feel any better. Clearly I have issues, but I think I have someone that can help. More on that later. For now, Uncle Jay, if you're not too busy buying oversized puffer jackets in every color or whatever Kanye is doing right now, could you please tell everyone?
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. Actually,
Classic.
I'm not gonna let you finish, bro. Cause I've literally given my soul to try to make LAFC better, and you gotta let me be great, bro. Just let me be great, okay? All right, coming up, Vince and Jess give their players to watch ahead of the big throwdown in the ATL, and Eli goes in on squad building and dropping that stupid paper on players. But first, Vince and Jess are gonna break down why a certain someone needs to step up their game if LAFC is gonna up theirs.
110 Football, in partnership with Adidas.
In 2019, Carlos Vela and LAFC ran MLS. Vela was the MVP and won the Golden Boot, but the player you want to talk about today is widely considered LAFC's hidden MVP that season.
That's right, it's Eduard Atuesta. I mean, he's a DP in everything but his actual salary. But what I want to look at is the fact that when your team's not doing so well, sometimes you need your best players to just step a little bit. In these three instances, he didn't against San Jose. So let's look at this first play. If we stop it here, this is a play where it seems like LAFC has control. They're pressing in this moment, and a lot of times when they press up high, they like to go man-to-man. So they're as close to man-to-man as they can. If you could circle Judson up top for me. There's our guy, Eduard Atuesta. Now he needs to think, if we're going man-to-man here, where's my field presence? What's behind me? And as we run it, he's kind of just there. And that's not necessarily something I would expect from Eduard Atuesta.
He's in no man's land, and you definitely expect better from him, but I also expect better from Blackman and Murillo. They need to be communicating with him in that instant.
Let him know what's behind him and let him know that you're in a spot that really you can't do much from that spot. So let's take a look at another play, and this comes down to just making a play. So if we lose the ball, we counter press, let's stop it right there. Pancho Janela looks like he has this under control, but Atuesta has to know, I have to sell out and do whatever I can to seal that off.
Or make a decision to stay in your position. He didn't make a decision. His indecision was an issue here.
Right, as we run it, it makes it just a little bit easy, and then they're out. They're fully out again, and again, this leads to another chance. The more times LAFC was in emergency defending, the less times they had to attack San Jose. And the last thing for me is just, it's like a personal thing, but I just hate it when this happens. So as we run it, we win the ball. Let's stop it right here. This is where the pass is.
It's obvious.
It's where the pass is. It's one touch. There's the pass, and look at all this space. He's free to go, but as we run it, he tries to get cute, tries to get by him, then go. Too many touches.
Vince, that just speaks to me, lack of confidence, he doesn't seem to be doing what's natural to him. He would have never done that last season. I just think we're just seeing a lot of lack of confidence in what we're doing at the moment.
And those didn't lead to goals, but there was a chance later on where Chofis ran right by him. So to your point, it seems like his head's not all there. But when we look at his heat map, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's one of LAFC's most influential players. You can tell that from the heat map. But when you're all over the place, you need to be contributing positively to what the team is doing. And at the moment, he's just not doing that.
Yeah, I think Eduard Atuesta right now is kind of a symptom of what LAFC's feeling. They're still doing a lot of the things, but they're just not sharp in the sharpest moments. And that's why we're missing out on a lot of points right now.
As Atuesta goes, so does LAFC. So let's hope he steps up in his game soon. Vince, I know Max was hosting last week, but it's hard to keep track with him.
Oh, trust me, I know, and you don't have to wrangle him for a podcast every Monday morning. Max Bredos is somewhere in the world this week, and while we have no idea where he'll turn up, we know he always has LAFC and its next opponent on his mind in another edition of Maxin Relaxin.
Come out to the mountains, need a little change of scenery, just like LAFC does. If you don't include MLS's back, this is the first trip to the East Coast for LAFC since they went to face the Philadelphia Union September 14th, 2019. First visit to Atlanta. Last time they did that in 2018, I called the game for ESPN, and final score 5. Wasn't pretty. It was the game after LAFC met the Galaxy for the first time. Remember how that went. But I remember Bob Bradley putting his arm around Laurent Simon and putting his other arm around Carlos Vela. They had a conversation. I don't know what was said, but it was a moment in time. And after that, LAFC unbeaten in 6 games. So let's hope this is another moment of time. And LAFC comes back west with 3 big points. I'm gonna get some R&R.
Good cross. And it's 2-2! Sifu! Posición bien. De primera al pite para Hanna.
1 to Vela. It's perfectly weighed.
Shin, and it's Barco!
Played 90 minutes in both the
Oh, that's beautiful. Golazo!
I know everyone is firmly focused on the trip to face Atlanta United this weekend, but I still have a couple of issues I need to work out.
Just a couple?
Come on, Jess, it's only a 22-minute show. Give me a break here. Jay convinced me to invite our resident soccer therapist, Dr. Lillian Darby, to help us work through some of our LAFC issues. Jessica, meet Dr. Darby. Dr. Darby, please take it away.
Thanks for having me again. As a relationship and football counselor, I'm here to help you walk through and talk through your issues that you've been having with the love of your life, LAFC. Now, Vince, why don't we start with you? You've been having some performance issues?
Whoa, Doc, chill.
What I mean by that is LAFC hasn't been performing to the levels of its talents. How has it affected you and the club?
Well, my mental health isn't great, and the club is barely hanging on to a playoff spot. You know, I feel like we've been talking for weeks and weeks about how the club can't find a way to score a third goal and has like a mental block. But now that mental block has been like, they can't score goals at all. And so I've got like Diego Rossi, Carlos Vela, even Chicho, he's a new guy and he looks gun shy. Atuesta, there's just too many guys that have like zero confidence right now. I have no clue how to bring up their confidence.
I mean, the confidence is on the floor at the moment, and we can't figure out why. It's just so stressful. You know, you're watching such a great team, and they're really, really struggling, and I'm not sure if it's the formation issues or maybe feeling like we're such a good team, but we're not performing to the levels. But, I mean, like you said, we're just barely clutching onto that playoff position, and I don't know, I'm scared.
I mean, after the match, Doc, Bob Bradley's even talking about not starting best players. Diego Rossi said, we're not going to start him because we want to bring him in the second half to maybe get him going.
That's not the way to build your confidence. Yeah, that's not the way.
How does that make you both feel though?
Well, I feel like we're at least trying everything. So maybe there's nowhere to go but up from here, but it also worries me a lot.
Anxiety. That's what I have now.
I think we're making some progress.
Do you?
A bit, yeah. It's baby steps, baby steps. Now, Jess, change can be jarring, but sometimes it is necessary. Now, the team has changed formations quite a few times this season. Has the change been for the best of the team, and how does that make you feel?
Well, change makes me feel okay. I like change. Change is fine, but you know, I did like the change in formations from the 4-3-3 to the 3-5-2. I liked it. I thought, you know, this is something that's going to help us. We were creating a lot of chances. It made us hard to beat, but we never got the goals, you know, so it almost felt like big risk, no reward. And so now I feel like Bob is trying to change things back, but now he's tinkering every game. And that's really throwing off the team, I believe. He's becoming more of the tinker guy, and he's not really solving the issues. So I just want to see him just keep consistency, same formation, same players, and just get some consistency going, because maybe that's the issue.
Vince, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've changed to a 3-5-2 because we needed to be hard to beat, but we look at the players. Take Kim Moon-Won, just right off the top. Like, he's not sure if he's coming or going. He's not sure what he's doing, so it's like, I don't know, things are really bad right now, but I agree with Jess. Like, the 4-3-3 is where we're gonna hit the highest heights, so I feel like we just gotta weather a storm and just really stay consistent despite a really bad loss in San Jose.
Are you both confident moving forward?
I feel okay.
I'm not confident at all, you know, but hopefully there's brighter days. We'll see in the next game, I guess.
There's something there, it's worth sticking with.
It's never easy working through the issues with someone that you love, but I always like to end my sessions on a good note. So why don't you have a laugh by checking out this?
Wait, Doc, what are you doing? Are you talking to camera? You cannot do that. Jess and I talk to camera.
Mate, I had a prompter in there and it was telling me, and I start reading it.
All right.
Let me have this one.
Who's one player you'd want to wear shin guards against in training?
Eduard Atuesta is the player that you need to wear shin pads against. He's always the first one to step it up a notch and knock somebody for sure. Usually it's Bryce.
Eduard Atuesta. He's a hack. Murillo? Muri.
A lot of people said you.
No.
For me, it's probably Eddie Segura.
Shin guards? Yep. Eddie Segura, for sure, yeah, for sure. Eddie Segura, you, Eddie, you.
Yeah. A lot of people said you.
No one.
Well, I think those guys can relax a bit now on the training pitch, right?
Really, Vince?
What, too soon? Yeah. All right, everyone knows that I'm joking. Eddie Segura is one of the best people you will ever meet and a top defender in this league. Regresas más fuerte, Eddie. Guess what, Jess? I want players to watch winning streak. After going winless for so long, I'm killing it. Maybe LAFC could learn a thing or two from me.
Actually, Vince, what I think you're saying is you don't want fans to win cool stuff, because that's what I'm hearing.
What? I would never say that. I love the fans.
Don't worry, Vince. I'm just messing with you. And you're not going to win this week anyway, because I have the picks to beat this week.
Well, let's hear them.
So my first player to watch is going to be Ezequiel Barco. Okay. And he's the 22-year-old Argentinian winger. And he plays off of the left-hand side, but he plays more like an attacking midfielder.
Also very expensive.
Very expensive, but I think maybe he's worth the money. I do think he's, maybe had a slow start to the season, but he does have 3 goals and 1 assist, 2 being penalties, but I do think he's going to be on a little bit of a roll, and he's going to make it difficult for our backline that's been a little bit shaky in the last couple weeks.
I'd say it was an Olympics boost, but Argentina didn't do too well.
No, they really didn't, did they? So my second player to watch is going to be Chicho Arango, which isn't really a surprising pick because we need this guy to step up. Somebody needs to take the anxiety and the stress off of Carlos Vela's back, and I think this is the guy to do it.
Shoot the ball.
Shoot the ball, exactly. Just take some of that onus on himself and make himself known. We know he's here, but we really need to feel it with a goal or two, in this next game.
All right, strong picks. Bouncing off Chicho Arango, I'm going to go to a guy that's well known in this league for scoring goals. Chicho is a little new, so no one's going to know about him quite yet. But Joseph Martinez, the king, is my pick from Atlanta United.
Obvious pick.
Not so obvious. He had an ACL injury, started a little slow, but there is not a man in this league that loves to score goals more than Joseph Martinez. Like it's not even a love thing. He just hates the other team so much that he wants to just dunk on them.
Does he need
to
see Dr. Darby? He has a little bit of an issue.
I mean, for our sake, yes, but maybe after I win players to watch. And then on the LAFC side, I'm going to go a little bit different here. I'm going to go with Cheeky Palacios, the left back. I don't normally go left back. I feel like I'm channeling my inner Connor. But Cheeky was really good against San Jose. He's actually a playmaker a lot in that game, and I think him and Chicho had a little thing going. Kim has slowed down just a little bit, so LAFC is really finding ways to go down that left side. Maybe he can get an assist, maybe even finally get a goal, but Chicho's going to be my off-the-board choice, and he's going to be the one that's going to help me win.
Well, don't let Vince think he's keeping this signed Carlos Vela poster. I've seen it on his desk here, but it's still up for grabs, and it could be yours.
That's right. We've still got this awesome prize, and all you have to do is pick one player from each team, post them on our social media channels before kickoff this weekend, and you've got a chance to win. I've won the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to put that out there again. Hi, Carlos. But this could be yours. It's free to play, and we'll throw in a 110 football t-shirt also if you beat me.
And me.
And you. But not Eli. Why? Because he just turned 21 last week, and he's been using that time to make questionable beer selection decisions. Friends don't let friends drink Michelob Ultra, Eli. Let's see if your take on Atlanta United's purchasing decisions is any better in this week's Lesser is More.
Why isn't that window open? The summer transfer window closed last week, so that means teams can no longer make signings to help them down the stretch of the 2021 MLS season. So much for segues. Atlanta United loves to spend money, especially on rising talent. And this window, they were rumored to make big money offers on a number of players. Check it out. $9.5 million for Gremio winger Ferreira, supposedly signed, but nothing announced yet. $17.8 million for Braga winger Ricardo Horta. Nope. Offer rejected. $10+ mil for Cagliari midfielder Joao Pedro. No word as of showtime. $13 mil for Vélez attacking midfielder Thiago Almada. This is supposedly happening this winter, but then again, so is my MLS talk show I do with K-pop sensations BTS. So, who knows? And $11.8 mil for Lille winger Luis Araujo. That's a done deal, and if you haven't heard it somewhere else, you just heard it here. You gotta love this ambition from Atlanta, and I have no idea where they are getting all this money from. But I love a team that wants to win. Side note, if Arthur Blank writes a check, is that a blank check? What if he fails to fill in the to field? Is it a blank check? Do you remember the Disney movie Blank Check? So good. Wait, where was I? Oh yeah. Now before you go thinking everything is rainbow pudding in the ATL, it's not. They just fired their coach Gabriel Heinze after half a season, and this big spending could come back and bite them in the keister. A club must get a coach first and get players that fit in his style of play, not bring in a bunch of players and then a coach. Remember when Chris Armas inherited a bunch of players that didn't fit his distinct style of play? It was a disaster, and he got the boot. It doesn't have to be hard, people. It's as easy as poetry. And like my favorite poet once said, coach first, then players. He is one of the best poets ever, Eli Cummings. Coach first, then players. Brilliant.
All right, we just heard Eli's opinion, but what are your thoughts, Jess? You're buying big players. Do you need to have the coach in place or not? Yes or no?
It depends. It really depends. Because if you have a strong sporting direction, you kind of know what your philosophy is, you should be able to build a squad based on that, regardless of the coach. But the key here is that you said big players, and big players are going to want to know who they're playing under. They might want a big coach as well, so it really just depends. But I think with big players, you got to know who the coach is.
And Messi just proved that big players will choose to go wherever they'd like. That's our show, Jessica. It's always great to work with you on the big show. You're going to join us for away days before the Atlanta match on Sunday, right?
Yep. Defenders of the Bank are going to be joining me, and we're going to be sticking around for the Instant Reaction show on 110 Football's YouTube channel following the match.
Right after the match.
Great show. Great show. I'm going to head to my room now.
Jay, you can't keep living here, bro.
Look, dude, I bleed black and gold, and you know what? Right now, I'm about to step it up to level 100, dude.
Yeah, but you're not paying rent. You're not paying the bills.
It doesn't matter, man. Black and gold is everything.
There's not even a toilet in there.
I think he needs Dr. Darby.
Doc!
May the football gods use me as a vessel of greatness and allow that vessel to spread to my favorite team in the universe, LAFC. Let's go! I feel the power entering me! The power of greatness! The power of the mighty! I will be great! I will be great! Hey, babe. What? I'm sorry, I've been here. Do you know how much this means? Okay, just text me what you want from the store. Yeah, okay, and I'll pick up the kids too. All right, I love you. Love you.
Hey, homie, are you a fan of 110 Football Show? Well, if you are, let us know. Hit that like and subscribe.